Hi guys, guess we're in for news for you. So yes, this video is starting. First off, the Browns are planning to start Jameis Winston at quarterback versus the Ravens this week in Week 8. It's on the option down for the year. No real surprise there. Like their best option is Winston. Like it's not Thompson Robinson. Definitely, Winston's better than Zappy, and even then, Zappy barely know the playbook since they just brought him in. So yeah, and then the Saints and running back Alvin Kamara have agreed on a 2-year, $24.5 million contract extension that puts him under contract team through 2026. Said Kamara's had a good year, and now he gets a new contract. A lot of rumors have been going around that he might release him just because he had a big salary cap hit, especially to free up some cap because they're I think like it projected 80 something million in negatives cap space this offseason. So yeah, they get that done. And Panthers starting QB Andy Dalton was involved in the car accident in Charlotte yesterday. I forgot I did that. And then Dalton, his wife, 3 kids, and dog were in the car. Thankfully, no one from the Celtics car was transferred by emergency medical personnel. Couldn't find anything about any other car, but I hope that I'm assuming they would have said if something like real serious happened. But glad to hear he's okay. Then they're back there. Former first overall pick Bryce Young will start Sunday versus the Broncos due to Dalton suffering a thumb injury in the crash, per their head coach Dave Canales. So yeah, but I'm glad everything was okay. The Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles has said Mike Evans' hamstring injury is moderate, but it will likely keep him out. So after their Week 11 bye, so he's likely at least out 3 weeks. So yeah, like hamstring results can linger. Like I think AJ Brown ended up missing 2 weeks from his hamstring injury this early in the season, and then Justin Jefferson missed a lot of games last year due to hamstring. Like those can take you players miss a lot of games. So yeah, the Commanders are releasing their former first-round linebacker Jamin Davis. He's not been that good, but still a little bit surprised because it was a former first-round pick, especially in the season. But yeah, it is a completely different regime. New head coach, new GM, even a new owner since he got drafted. So yeah, the Rams are designating wide receiver Puka Nacua for a turn from injured reserve. This opens up his 21-day window for the team to determine whether he's activate him off injured reserve. There's speculation going around for since like near when he got injured that he come back around week 9, which is next week. Maybe that's what happens because now since they play tomorrow, they have a long day. They have a long week off since they won't play again until Sunday, but we'll see. And then the Eagles are releasing wide receiver Paris Campbell. He's okay. He's really just depth. He was former Colts wideout. And then Cardinals linebacker Dennis Gardeck has suffered a torn ACL against the Chargers on Monday, per NFL Network insider Mike Garoppolo. So yep, he's done for the year. Sucks for him. Feels like it seems like he deals with some injuries every year. I feel like he's getting not too young either, isn't he? Yeah, he is 30, so yeah. And then Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons ankle expected to be a game time decision for Sunday's game against the Niners. Their owner Jerry Jones said for Athletic, and then corner Jerome Bland foot expected to also be a game time decision. He has not played all this season due to the injuries sustained during around preseason time. Or so, I don't think probably around training camp, but yeah. And then Vikings outside linebacker are signing Bo Richter from the practice squad. He was rookie DFA. He had a good preseason. They did elevate him on Sunday against Lions. Now bringing him out. And they're also cutting Robert Tonyan, who they last week signed to the active roster. So now he's gone again. Seems like that might be a sign. Maybe they expect TJ Hawkinson to play. They do have him listed as questionable. Same with Dalton Reisner, their guard, who's also in reserve. We'll see. They might want the long week for him. Those two guys, just not to rush him back since they have a short week since their last game. But we'll see. And 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel has been discharged from the hospital after being hospitalized for pneumonia and fluid in his lungs, per Tom's Pelissero. Glad to hear everything is okay with him. We'll see if he plays this week or not. And the Seahawks are trading linebacker Jerome Baker and a fourth-round draft pick to the Titans in exchange for linebacker Ernest Jones. So the Seahawks get a little younger linebacker group. Jones spent most of the offseason with the Rams, but then they trade him. I think Jones is a free agent. Let me check this offseason. Let me check out that out for you. Just give me a second here. So, thanks. So yeah, he is a free agent this off season. So he'll probably he might leave, he might not leave. We'll have to see. It's like yeah. And the Texans are signing former Pro Bowl linebacker, Bucks and Eagles linebacker Devin White. He didn't play a single game. He was a few weeks in season for the Eagles released him. He got due to injury. He used to be really good at blitz for the Bucks, but he's just fell off these last few years. And so yeah, this is a depth piece. The Titans or Chiefs are finalizing a trade that will send wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to Kansas City for a fifth rounder. They can get to a fourth rounder. The conditions are they get 2025 fifth and becomes a fourth rounder if Kansas City reaches the Super Bowl. Hopkins plays 60% of the snap as a Chief. So if he ends up being a fourth or not, either way, it's a mid round pick. Obviously, if you're Titans, so it becomes a fourth rounder just so you get higher value. But yeah, and then Ravens corner Byron Humphrey has avoided major knee injury in Monday's night win over Tampa Bay, per Ian Rappaport. So Harnum of Humphrey's first sources formed of Humphrey's test. Humphrey's walking around with a little discomfort, but test is up in the air for their Week 8 game against Cleveland. So we'll see how they do. But like without Cleveland's doing this year, they should be able to win even if he doesn't play. But we'll see. Never know. Speaking of the Browns, they are designating guard White Teller knee to return from injury reserve. And then also their head coach Kevin Stefanski announced that offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey will take over play calling for the team for at least this week. We'll see how it lands. We'll see how he does. Like, Stefanski's usually been a good play caller. I just don't think there's only so much you can do when you have terrible quarterback play. But we'll see. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one.